doubt about it.
Future sponsor. It's what the people need. Why is yours thicker than mine?
This is supposed to be a
Oh, it's family podcast.
Yeah, family podcast.
We're saying this shaft is a little
That's a little question. I'll give it to you. Tom, this is our first live show ever that we're doing here, man. This is pretty exciting, man. I like this. Yeah, that's it. You cut the tension with the button over here. Guys, what's up? Yeah, hey, the guys, man. Yeah, we are here live at the Ukrainian League of Philadelphia on episode 47 of the Metrics and Mayhem podcast. So for those of you who are not Metrics and Mayhem followers, please use this opportunity right now to hop on the social and get on board with us. But as always, I'm joined by my man, Dom Oliver III. Dom, how's yours with you, my friend?
How are you, Mr. Metrics?
I am doing great, Mr. Mayhem. Very much a nice welcome. Wasn't necessarily expecting that. A little bit nastier from you.
Coming out tough today. You know, we're in a good mood.
Do this for the people.
For the people, I don't want to see the audience that we have thinking of me as the bull.
No, definitely not.
That's your
I
problem.
think they look at me and they think of bull. Right? That's kind of my vibe. Except for the steroids over here, like stepdad over here.
Allegedly.
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 Well, that said, say again. So we're going to turn up a little bit louder. And we're going to start off the music. So, how about that, Sandy?
Great.
Good right there?
All right.
Let me bring mine down a little bit, too, because I don't think I'm a little
Pop my mic a little bit. If we can.
Yeah, I think we're good right there.
Again, mine's a little thinner than yours.
Just a little bit more.
It's not really.
But size doesn't matter.
It doesn't. No, it's really how you speak into it.
Well, that said, it is episode 47, and I know what you're going to say, and I'm realizing it right now that I completely forgot to do my homework on this one. You're going to say, give me some great 47s. And I'm going to tell you, I got none.
You got none?
I got no 47s.
Well, it's a good thing we have something called Google.
Like, if I'm thinking of 47, like 47 is a brutal football number. So I think it's going to be one of those episodes where, like, when you come back again, like 43. Remember we did 43? And there's just, Dennis Eppersley, I think, was one.
Yeah,
Troy
like,
Polamalu.
Jeff Rancourt.
Right, like these oddballs. So 47, not really a great football number, definitely not a great basketball number. There's got to be some baseball number out there somewhere. Vlad wasn't, or not Vlad, Pedro Guerrero. He wasn't a 47, was he?
Pedro had a bunch of different numbers. I don't believe Pedro, I think it was 45. I'm pretty sure Pedro was 45.
So anyway, I got no good episode that we can devote this 47 to. This is another one for your son when he becomes a Hall of Famer.
Well,
This is another one we can
I got a couple basketball players that wore number 47. One of the Philadelphia 76ers who has one of the greatest names in NBA history.
Yes.
Tiago Splitter.
Really?
Number 47.
47?
47.
Wow. All right, that's a positive. But if we're getting that for 47 again, it's not going to not do
And obviously the infamous Andre Iguodala.
Oh my gosh, there's no good for us.
Number 47.
All right. Well, so again, another number where I think historically we need to look more significant.
Mel Blount.
Nothing.
Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
What yours?
1975.
Exactly. All right.
Defensive player of the year, 1975.
Well, that said, so as people are rolling in, my big band is also here playing at the Ukrainian League today. So after our podcast is done, we're going to play for about an hour. Leading up to 1 o'clock kickoff tonight. And as people roll in, one of the things we were looking to do today to connect with the crowd is going to be playing a game that we're going to call Matching the Mooch. So we're going to offer this up to some EPBB members if they're interested in hopping in, playing a little trivia with us, and maybe some of the locals as well. Similar to a Family Feud style game where you grab a partner, come up, try to bang out and get all the answers. If not, the other team gets a chance to steal, that sort of thing. So we'll have some games going on with people.
It's a wonderful opportunity to get in the wonderful world of my brain.
Not sure many people are running at the chance to do that, but a nice offer nonetheless. Before we get into some of the real content of the podcast, a couple of things that we always get into. Number one, segment Dom, you run this. This is called Talking Baseball. Go.
Right.
You've got 1 minute. Go.
Harrison Bader, best Phillies acquisition in the last 10 years. And that includes Roy Halladay. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Can you stop it? Phillies actually have a
47.
chance to go all the way, and because they have a little bit of fight now.
28
With
seconds.
some good personalities.
15.
It seems like they are getting more Caucasian, but that's okay.
2. And that's what we have. We're talking baseball here on Metrics and Mayhem, where you come for the content, and the smiles are just a bit afterwards. We're going to move on to another segment that we also run over here. This one's called Talking Hockey. Dom, you got 3 seconds. Here.
Slap shot.
There we go, everybody. There's Talking Hockey now. Metrics and Mayhem. This is what we're known for, so if you didn't like that stuff, it all goes downhill from
They
here.
even have a hockey team still in Philadelphia.
They do.
I think they changed games to the
Soul.
arena.
I don't know if they call it Soul.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right. Well, that said, we are kicking off to a 1 o'clock Eagles game, so why don't we start talking some Eagles right now, some EAG. 2-0 at the moment, that's not checked. Rams game coming up this week.
Yeah.
Thoughts about opening right now? Right now, it's 3.5 point favorite for the Eagles. Expectations of this game, things you're looking for this game. Where are we at?
I honestly think we're going to see a lot of what we've seen so far. I think we're going to see a lot of methodical marching the ball down the field, taking a lot of time off the clock. I think that's Nick Sirianni's MO.
Your kind of ball, just bully ball.
Just bully ball right down the
Bully,
field.
right? Like we
Yeah,
talked about
bully
on
ball.
this
Yeah.
podcast.
You're big. I'm bigger than you. I'm going to force myself upon you, allegedly, and then we're just going to beat you down until the third, fourth quarter, where you just were like, okay, I can't hang anymore, and then all of a sudden the game's over. They are built to do that when nobody else is built to do that. Everybody got faster and smaller. Eagles got bigger and stronger. They're zigging when everybody else is at.
You have no concerns about Jared versus in the world, defensive line just in the Rams in
I
general.
mean, the thing that does concern me is that we are a little banged up on the offensive line.
Okay.
Landon Dickerson still clearly is not 100%. He is.
I
And
look at that guy, I just know I'm doing something wrong.
yeah,
I
and
stubbed my toe now for a week, bro. It's like 5 sick days.
And Steven he's a nice player. He's a downgrade from our boy, and who we'll see. Isn't he no, he's a Charger. Never mind. Yeah, right stays wrong. Lost a lot of it. Yeah, I mean, I really wish we had Makai Beckham back instead of Steven. There's nothing wrong with Steven, but I think we are a little thin on offensive line. So if we lose any of those starters, it might be a long day.
Are you concerned at all?
A little, just because of the way Dickerson's body has been beat up the first 2 games, and he came in beat up.
Your thoughts on how the offense and the defense is separate units have been running this year? Right now, I mean, I bring it up because right now, Eagles offense right now on EPA, it's expected to that's what I know you love talking stats. 15th on offensive EPA, and right now 11th defensive EPA at the moment. I watch the offense, and obviously the absence of A.J. Brown is going to become more of an issue as long as that continues to be a talking point, right? You're not getting him the ball, definitely. Something, if I'm Nick Sirianni, if I'm the offensive coordinator, it's something I'm looking to make happen, but it's something that I'm getting concerned that it's going to start to be a forced thing. Like today, what concerns me, I'm sorry to cut you off, but what concerns me today is coming out, firing right away, trying to get AJ Brown the ball immediately, 3 or 4 targets early, and interrupt the flow of the game. I would love it if the game flowed your way. A lot of Saquon, AJ Dillon too.
So this is where I need a little help from the nerds in the group. Because you said that the offense is 15 from EPA.
Yes.
But what's their efficiency in scoring per drive?
I guarantee you could not spell efficiency. I love it when you talk like that, but I guarantee you could.
So what's their efficiency when it comes to scoring per drive?
I'll get you that information.
And points per minute with
You're going to get on the
time of possession. So so when it comes to get off my lawn.
Yeah, right. Keep
When
talking.
it comes to the EPA, I think it's skewed because if the Eagles are holding the ball 35 minutes a game and they're taking 17, 18 play drives and it takes 10 minutes to score,
That it does.
their EPA is going to be lower. It's not going to be in the top one that people that score, 7 points in 3 minutes. We score 7 points in 9 minutes. Who cares? We're still scoring, and we're preventing the other team from scoring. And I think that's the most important thing. We are keeping the other team's offense off the field.
You think that they can continue to play the way that they're playing right now and still win?
I think that they did it all last year.
No.
Yeah.
Look, the first half of the year, I would say at this point last year, the Eagles are the worst defense in the NFL. The New Orleans Saints are the greatest team in football at this point of the season last year.
But their offense was built this way. We run the ball down your throat.
No.
Well, yeah, you're right.
No,
The
the
first four games was a trial and error.
I can remember you're the tough ass over there. We gotta get you. We gotta. No, you know what it was? We need to find our identity.
And what was it?
We need to find it. And what we want to do is run the ball. We're a team that has no identity. That was you last year.
And
this part of the
and
year.
what happened?
And they found their identity, and they
And what
ran
was
the ball.
it?
And they ran the ball.
And what happened?
And they did it.
They did it. Yeah. So, moral of the story, listen to me.
Constructing this team the way they're playing right now, with stats like that, they're not winning the NFC.
Why not?
Because they're underperforming. Right now, you're playing the Chiefs. So you play the Chiefs team that is by no means at the standard that we've seen past year. Nothing times that's falling apart. You're telling me you're matching up your strength with the Cowboys at this point of the year, the way they were playing. That was their Super Bowl.
See, this is what I'm talking about when I say nerds are ruining sports. Your eyes can't tell that the Eagles just dominate every time they play.
The Super Bowl, I will give you that. I was completely off on the Super Bowl. That's what it is. But the way that they're playing right now, the way this team is playing, they do not stand up in the NFC.
If the Eagles, what is their points per possession?
Points per possession.
Find that out.
I'm on for it.
I don't know if you got to call a nerd. Like he probably got like one on speed dial. It's a 1-800 call door.
Stop it.
So points per possession.
How about points per play?
Points per play.
Points per play.
It's probably low because we run a ton of plays.
Let's see. 17 right now.
Points. I want points per possession.
They're about a 15th. They're a middle of the road offense
Again,
right now.
we know they're not because all they do is just matriculate the ball down.
He's stranding me.
I know. They're rumble and stumble. Points per possession. If you can find that stat, I would be curious to see what it is. Because I guarantee you that points per possession is in the top 5. Every time the Eagles
I'll
touch
take
the
that bet.
football,
I'll take that bet.
every time the Eagles touch the football,
Top 5?
they score points.
I'll take that
And
bet.
just because they don't touch the football, just because they don't have enough series, just because they don't have enough series doesn't mean that when they're actually on the field that they don't do well. They do. They score almost every time they have an offensive possession. Just because they have 6 versus 9 and they take up most of the clock doesn't mean that they're in any danger of losing the game because other teams' offense ain't on the field.
I have big concerns if they play the same way that they've played for the past 2 games against the Rams today. I will tell you that for sure.
If the Eagles' offense lose the ball with the efficiency that they have been moving the ball, what makes you scared?
Like you said, the health of the offensive line is a big concern right now.
But I'm saying, if they move the ball, if they are efficient, the way they 15-play drives, 9 minutes, touchdown.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if that happens, sure, that's great. That would be a wonderful thing. But I don't see that happening right now. Like you said, they're thin on the line. The Rams' defensive line is outstanding. I think they pose a threat to that. And if your identity, like you said, is on the ball, why at this point am I not stacking up? Why am I not shutting down the run? Make Jalen beat me. Make AJ Brown beat me. Who hasn't been able to do anything this year?
Yeah, and it's much easier to say that. Everybody knew that the Eagles were going to run the ball down your throat last year. And they were like, all right, we're going to sell out to stop the run, and they still couldn't do it.
You also had a much healthier offensive line, and you had some depth, too.
Yeah.
You can't do that. Like, you can't run that game the way you're constructed right now. So,
That is true.
you get a
We'll
little
see.
All right, really quick before we go on to something else, what is your Eagles minus 3.5? Where are you at?
Eagles minus 3.5. I mean, to me, that's an Eagles line. I mean, the Eagles are also favorite, and the money is going towards the Eagles. So the Palace is obviously need the Rams.
Let me get you that information, so get it.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't cover, it's because they give up garbage points. I think for 3.5 quarters, they're going to be covered. And if they don't fully cover it, it's because they gave up garbage points.
So shot money at the moment right now is on the Rams. 63% of the tickets coming in on Philly, yet 54% of the money on the Rams. So that's telling me that the people who do rather well in this industry like the Rams to cover the 3.5.
Yeah, it's possible, and like I said, at the end, just like last week, where Dallas scored a meaningless touchdown at the end of the game.
Absolutely.
It was meaningless. It didn't matter. It just took, but they covered. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like the Eagles will handle this game, and then it's possible that they win.
Game and then
Yeah, and then garbage time touchdown, and they don't cover. But it doesn't mean that this game wasn't handled easily by the
Can I
Eagles.
say it as a better story from last night?
Sure.
College football, all right? I know you're least favorite. I'm on Nevada. Nevada scores their backdoor touchdown with any different 19 seconds left in the game. Nevada onside kick. Western Kentucky takes it back for a touchdown. I lose on an onside kick return for a touchdown.
How many seconds left in the game?
17. They scored the backdoor touchdown with 19 seconds left. I'm covering.
Don't these kids know that they just take it late and then you walk off?
This is an onside kick, just to cover the ball and get down.
Fall down.
This is the second time in my career I have lost on a return after a backdoor touchdown. The second time I've lost on an onside kick return for a touchdown.
Could have happened.
Yeah, I know it's terrible. All right, well, you're also going to hear some music going into the guys here getting set up, getting used to play. I was a question here. I'd like to get your take on it.
Sure.
Going to the games, right? So I had season tickets for you guys for like 15 years or something like that, and you obviously came to a bunch of games. You've gone to a bunch of games. What's your energy like with going to the game? Do you still get amped up to go to the stadium? Do you get amped up for the tailgate? Like, what's your energy right now about going to see a game?
Not the home games, no. I would much rather go to the away game and experience a city, experience a different atmosphere.
Okay, so that's right.
So I would much rather go to the away game. Going to home game's cool, but when you've seen a whole bunch of them,
It's lost.
it's lost for Lord. I'd rather watch it at home.
I was going to say, yeah, so what is your ideal environment? Are you somebody who gets together with like a bunch of friends to watch a game?
I'd honestly rather go to a bar.
Okay.
With a bunch of Eagles
Or like a
fans.
Ukrainian?
The wonderful Ukrainian league.
We can do it right here.
Right here, which got great big screen TVs, wonderful bartenders.
TV, yeah.
You know,
The TVs are new, and then over here behind us, where we're playing a little bit, you see that projector over there. Game's going to be projected back there, bringing the
well, they need that projector to picture of you.
I'm not too flattering, man. You get one of those guys too. Yeah. So, yeah, but that's, I was wondering, man, I was thinking about, like, I missed the tailgate. Like, we obviously have a nice little party starting over here. That's going to get big. I enjoyed it at the tailgate, but it's really exciting to get back to see a game in person. And maybe, like you said, been so much.
Seen enough.
Seen
I know what that stadium looks like.
I like it. Hey, did you hear about Jadavian Clowney? So, for those of you who haven't heard about this one I love. Obviously, the Cowboys dealing with Michael Parsons, everything that went down there. They signed Jadavian Clowney to try to fill that gap, and he just got arrested for trespassing last week. So, Jared does it again. We got to keep this guy in Dallas forever.
I love Jerry
Greatest
Jones.
thing happening in the NFC East by far.
Eagles fans, hear me. If Jerry Jones comes to Philly, do not harass him. Cheer him, buy him drinks,
Yes.
roll out the red carpet.
Everything.
Make sure Jerry Jones stays alive as long as you possibly can.
Absolutely.
He is Philly's 12th
He's
man.
one of our greatest assets, absolutely.
He's Philly's 12th.
And on that, I was kind of thinking, like, it got me thinking about the NFC East hate league. You're good with that, right? When I was a kid, like, obviously my dad was a big Cowboys fan, so there was some energy there, but I never really grew up hating Dallas. My initial, I guess, intro to hate was with the Giants, the Jeremy Shockey Giants. I hated Shockey so much. I don't know where your hate meter is at with this league, because I don't feel like Dallas is even relevant right now.
Dallas is not relevant. I still hate Dallas. And it has nothing to do with the Cowboys.
I was just a Dallas fan.
If this is Dallas Cowboy fans who were born and bred in Philadelphia that have no ties to Texas
Yes.
whatsoever, and they ask, why are you a Dallas Cowboys fan? Well, my dad was an Eagles fan. And that's the reason, yeah, because like, I didn't want, like, my dad hated the Eagles, so I just became a fan. Then your dad was a terrible fan. Your dad was an awful human, and you deserve to be miserable with these Dallas Cowboys. Because if you, to me, fandom is geographic.
Yes.
Unless you have a personal tie to the team.
Okay.
Like, you know,
Like I used to, geographic, right? If I used to live somewhere else and I'm a fan of that team, then it's okay.
like I'm obviously a fan of the Red Sox because my sister's in Rhode Island and I saw my first ever baseball games in Fenway Park when I was a little kid. So therefore I am a Red Sox fan as well as a Philly fan. Yeah, but I'm a Phillies fan first, Red Sox fan second. our mutual friend Jeff, asked me if my son was going to be a Red Sox fan. I said, wow, he's got no ties to the Red Sox. He's a 4-for-4 Philly guy.
Yes.
And that's just the way it's going to be.
And when you say 4-4, we're talking about those.
Yeah, we're talking about the Sixers, the Eagles, the Phillies, and the Union. What are they going to be called?
I don't know.
The Philly Jaws.
I'll take. I have no idea what the name is, but that is coming soon.
The Liberty Bells. Ooh, how about that? Belles. Ooh, the Liberty Bells.
Good work out here. Any NFC East for you? I mean, aside from Dallas, like where you have the Giants, Washington.
Listen, Giants.
I think
They're close enough.
I feel the Giants fans are the ones that are getting away now.
Yeah,
They're just too close to the same thing with the Nets, right?
yeah. Like for me, it's like I don't like the Braves or the Cowboys because if you are a fan of those teams and live in this area, you're too far from them.
Yeah.
Like if you are a Giants fan that was born and raised in Trenton,
Yes.
and now live in Philly, and it makes sense. Like you're geographically close. I'm not going to hate you for being a Giants fan. But if you have zero ties to wherever you're from, it makes zero sense to me. That's why I hate you.
All right, Dom, that said, why don't we start talking about our polls that we run?
Okay. Get it up.
For those of you who are not following the podcast, we do run 3 polls throughout the year. The first one is an eliminator pool. All you have to do is pick one side every week. Winning, ties, or losers, not the other. So far, none of the real heavy favorites have lost. Not one of the slows. I mean, it's everything I both have made.
I think I made it to like the 8th round one year. But for the most part, and there was a stretch there where I was losing on ties.
Yes.
There was like 2 years in a row
Yeah.
where I lost on
The
ties.
same team, the same time. The same team one year, and it made it back-to-back season.
It was back-to-back years I lost on the ties. I was like, that's got to be statistically
Oh,
impossible.
yeah, no doubt. That's true. But that said, we do run an eliminator pool. We also run a against the spread. So you have 5 teams every game. Basically, you see so we have CBS now. This is modeled on the super concept. And then we also do a draft pick pool. So each group, you have a standard record, the favorite team, and all 18 weeks. So, that said, Dom, why don't we get rolling first with the eliminator? So, for anybody out there, digital eliminator, where are you at?
I am taking my talents up to the foggy Northwest to the 12th man, the Seattle Seahawks.
What do you like about Seattle? They're playing New Orleans.
I like about Seattle is that Spencer Rattler, his first game up in Seattle, I've been in that stadium. That is a hard place to play. It's a hard place to play. It's going to be, and Spencer's going to get rattled. I'm just, I got to pray. I think Spencer's going to get rattled a little bit late up there. I don't think that it's going to be one of those games where they score 50 points. I think a 27-10 win.
But enough. If you weren't going Seattle,
I wasn't going to see it. Probably Atlanta. Yeah, the Falcons, because I just think the Panthers are so bad.
pretty
They're so bad. And then, honorable mention, maybe the Cowboys. Oh! Because I just, my feelings on Caleb.
Hey!
My feelings on Caleb.
Oh, I'm taking the nails this week, man. He's started up for me, man. I'm all capable of this. All right, well, listen, we agree on Seattle. Let me throw Green Bay into the mix of it.
Okay.
Because I think Cleveland is garbage as well.
They are.
Cold weather team. I just feel like Green Bay's going to try to play good. The one thing that scares me is that Green Bay next week, do you know who they play?
No.
They play the Dallas Cowboys. It's the Mike Parsons return game. So I have much more feelings about the Dallas side. Not as much the Green Bay side.
Looking ahead?
Well, just a little bit for Micah.
So you're
Dallas.
saying looking ahead for the Packers and also maybe looking ahead for the Cowboys, so that's why you like the Bears.
Oh, I love the Bears.
You love the Bears.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be on my list. This is, for Jerry. This is your statement, right? You said Michael Parsons is not worth the money. So everything's about this game next year.
Yeah.
So I think we'll get to that pick 5 in a second, but the Bears may show up on that list. So those are the eliminator picks. We go on to pick 5 now. What's going to be your first one?
My pick 5 is, I got the Packers over the Browns, 8.5. That's a big number to cover. That's a lot to lay in the room, but like you said, the Browns are garbage.
Yeah.
So I'm going with the Packers.
Very much. I like that pick, man. I'm going to go just get right to it. The Chicago Bears. Give me them. Right now on CBS, they think it's going to be a bad pick. That's a game I think they're going to hit. I expect Caleb Williams to move on. And Dallas can't stop the nosebleed at the moment. A lot of yards, a lot of points given up by that team. Not to mention the emotional lift that team made last week. They spent so much energy on that job. No business winning. I think they fall back here. Give me the Bears for my first against the Spurs.
My second is good. I'll be taking Tampa Bay. Minus 8. Well,
I hate this pick.
Justin Fields is not playing, correct?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does.
No. Tyrod Taylor is no worse than Justin Fields. There is no drop off there. We are on the other side.
You were on the other side.
JBT is Jets.
Well, I got 2 Jets on my fantasy team. But one of them is Justin Fields. So I'm really not playing him. But yeah, I mean, listen, you know my feelings about Baker.
Today, Baker Mayfield, 5 offensive linemen, none of them are playing in their traditional position. There are 3 that are out and 2 offensive linemen that are in positions. I think today, for the Jets, the defense even offensive line dominate. I am Jets. Maybe so much so, we sprinkle a little bit of money. Okay. All right, so next thing, 2 and 2, get far away.
My third pick will be plus 3.5 against the Commanders. Is Jay Daniels playing? I don't think he's playing, right?
I don't know about that.
And he's banged up.
And he's at the conversation.
So I just think he's got to come down. He's feeling this offense slow too.
Well, you got some smart money on your side too right now. 62% of the tickets on Washington. 59% of the money on All right, give me take up against the absolute that are in the I'm going to go on the other side. Give me the Denver Broncos right now. I don't like the number. I don't like those 2.5.
No, that's a terrible number.
It's a terrible number. I'm scared to take Denver anyway. I think this is one that Sean Payton absolutely This is one I think maybe they're looking ahead to, because I think it's very easy to hate Jim Harbaugh if you're in another franchise. So I think maybe they might have something up their sleeve. Maybe the Denver Broncos and that nasty defense, they have things tough for Harbaugh and LA. Denver plus 2.
I'm a big Harbaugh family guy. The whole Harbaugh family is AC in my opinion.
Fine, but not Jim.
Both of them. Any man that can be that intense wearing khakis all the time is A-OK in my book.
That guy, look, if I were a player, and obviously you can see by my physique, I wasn't much of a player, but if I was, I bet I would have loved playing for a coach. Absolutely. Right? That guy, I think he was made to coach football. He was not made to be married. He was not made to be family. Like, that man was made to coach football. Agreed. So, maybe as a player, I would like that a little bit more, but I can't take it. Not even the cheating allegations, still Michigan.
Oh, you're trying.
Oh my gosh. You are kind of almost on Oh my god.
And I'll give you my last 2 picks. How about that?
All right, I'm going to go for my next one.
Well, you got Denver plus 2.5.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So I got Seattle minus 7.5. Big number again. I just can't see the same team being in the first game. And then my last pick is probably the opposite side of you. The Dallas Cowboys. Plus,
No way.
it's essentially a pick 'em game, and I'm picking the Cowboys.
With the Jets and the Buccaneers. Dallas and Chicago. Last one for me. Well, I got 2 more. Sorry. The Houston Texans this week. That's a team they took an absolutely emotional cut for Baker Mayfield last week. That's a game they should have won. But Baker Mayfield drives down the field, and just a true Baker Mayfield fashion, hands off to somebody else.
Here we go.
But that's it. Give me Houston Texans plus 1/2 to win the hour against Jacksonville. And then also going to take a team that is not as bad as you think. The Tennessee Titans. This team is not bad. And give me 3.5 against a team that could not be any hotter right now, the Indianapolis Colts. I think they're due for a little bit of regression. Give me the 3.5 with the Tennessee Titans.
Okay.
Before we turn this over to the big bands, why don't we go to DraftKings?
DraftKings. Let's do you first. I gotta pull mine up.
All right, pull yours up. And here we go. All right, here we go. I'm starting out with my quarterback right now.
Yep, well,
You want to alternate?
no, you just do yours.
So if you haven't played the draft, you have 50 grand to spend. I'm starting Caleb Williams this week. I spent 5,600 on him. I think Caleb Williams puts up huge numbers. And an offense that people were expecting more out of with Ben Johnson at the helm in Chicago. Give me 5,600 on Caleb Williams. Bijan Robinson, 7,900. That's a team that's going to offense and nasty defense. I think with Carolina, I think they're going to knock that game up. Too complicated. He's ball down your throat. I had James Cook on Thursday night. James Cook did one of the things for 6,600. Mike Evans, I hate Baker Mayfield with passion, but it's what like some Mike Evans, and he does look good. Mike Evans, 6,600. A white boy in San Fran, Pierce off like that today. 5,500. And Mr. Last Week, Mr. Wandale Robinson, for New York Giants at 47. Your boy, Jawan Johnson. That's right, Jawan Van Johnson.
I had him on the fantasy squad last year. Nobody else saw him.
Not one,
Not 1 year too early.
He's that's right. 3,900 for Jawan. Give me Zay Flowers at 6,400 as my flex this week. I think that Baltimore-Detroit game is going to be fun on Monday night. And my defense,
So I don't know why I'm even doing this, but I'm doing it anyway. I'm riding hot hand with Daniel Jones. Oh, 5,400. Very cheap. Playing a very bad team. 5,400. I already had one running back on there. Devin King. 16 points, 10 points. Not great, but not terrible. Javonte Williams.
Oh, I like that.
Running back Dallas. I think from Dallas. I'm all Dallas today. Javonte Williams, 6,100. Puka Nakua. I think the only way that the Rams stay in the game with Philly is if they throw the ball, because they ain't going to be able to run it. 7,700. It's a lot. Rome Adunze. Wide receiver, 5,300. Let me get a little bit of Michael Pittman Jr. Because I like that. So that Colts game does not go well. I am in trouble. Juwan. We got Juwan.
No way.
3,900.
Man. We wake up on Jawan Johnson.
We wake up on Juwan. And then as my flex, I'm on Ross St. Brown. Just shorthand St. Brown, 7,400.
They give him the defense.
2,300 against Washington. I think Washington is nothing to us today.
All right, cool. Let's do this. We're going to take a little bit of a break right now. We're going to turn it over right now to the EPB games. We're ready to play. We're going to do a kickoff. And maybe later on we'll play some games with the patrons here. Let's do it. And we'll do that. So I'll be drinking. You like that as well. And this podcast also coming from 2 members of the Ukrainian Philadelphia. Two brand new members right here. So for sharing. And Dom, we also found out, is 2% Ukrainian. So we got that going for us as well. Celebrating that with heritage, as they said before.
I didn't learn I speak Ukrainian. Is it, or is it mostly Russian?
No, that's a good question. I'm not sure what offshoot that is.
We'll figure it out.
With that said, Dom, this is our swan song, everybody. Thanks for letting us hang out here at the Ukrainian League. Hope you guys enjoyed the EPP coming out. And this is episode 47 of Metrics of Mayhem, and we are taking off. See you later.